Hi, I'm Captain Andrea.
And I'm Commander Matthew.
And welcome to Nerd News Today.
And on this episode, we're taking a look at a new book from Eagle Moss Hero Collector that I think is about one of your favorite Star Trek series.
Yes, this is the Shipyards Delta Quadrant book. It's written by Ben Robinson, William Potter, Marcus Riley, Mark Wright, Alice Peoples, and my personal favorite, Ian Haddock.
Ah, Klingon, excellent.
Yes. I hope it's Klingon.
It's Klingon now.
It is. So it's gonna be this book profiles all the ships from the Delta Quadrant. Voyager is one of my favorite series. You know, I think it's maybe my number 2 or my number 3. But I will say that I think Voyager has the most interesting ships, because I think they had a lot of fun with them.
I could see that. Like, I feel like they decided it was a whole new section of space. They could kind of do whatever they wanted and go a little bit crazy.
Yeah, and I feel like they took advantage, and I'm glad they did it.
Definitely some far-out designs, so I'm excited to see what's in this book, because, Voyager did have some pretty unique ships. And they had a lot of ships, because, it's basically, it went from DS9 to Voyager, where you're on a space station to now an uncharted part of the universe. So they kind of had some free license to do whatever they wanted.
They just went a little crazy. And I think they were using a lot more computer graphics at that point.
Yeah, so at that point they started doing that.
Yeah, so that made it a little bit more fun for them.
Yeah. So this is going to be a first inside glimpse into what's in this book. This isn't going to be a page-by-page analysis. We're just going to basically give our first impressions, kind of flip through it, and give you a little bit of a sneak peek of what's on the inside of this book here.
And we're back.
And here's our Delta Quadrant book, and let's just jump right on into it, because there's a lot to look at. And as we said, we kind of think that Voyager had some of the most unique ship designs.
They did.
This is a lot of ship designs, actually.
Wow.
Yeah, I kind of skimmed through it, and we'll see as we go through this. I think there's actually probably, more in this book than the other ones we looked at. It seems that way.
I feel like Voyager was very ship-heavy.
You're telling me. I mean...
Oh, yeah.
So we're just going to kind of flip around. I mean, I don't know how much of these things I all remember either. So a lot of this will be new to us, I feel like. It's been a while since I've sat down and watched all of Voyager. How about you?
Oh, yeah, it's been... Well, I think I did it earlier last year. I think at the beginning of the pandemic, I started doing stuff.
Cheesecake.
Oh, come on. That was the most awesome episode. Okay, where the Doctor is merged with Seven.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that was the most awesome thing, where he's in her Borg implant. Oh my goodness, and she's trying cheesecake. That was some of the most masterful acting of Jerry Ryan's career. I'm sorry. Acting like the Doctor while indulging in all these foods. Ugh. So,
as you guys can see, the layout of these books is the same as pretty much all of the other Shipyard-style books. So you get a 2-page spread of the book.
The Malon were the weirdest things.
They were the garbage men of the Delta Quadrant.
Yeah, but they're the ones that kept coming back.
Yes, they did too. They came back a few times. Not many, but they came back a few times.
They were in some ways they were more of a villain than some of the stronger characters that we thought were going to be more scary. You know, it was the garbage people.
Yeah. So you guys see. So first page is a big splash page, and there's some information. Then you usually get at least another 2 pages of information, followed by some schematics and some shots of the ships and what all the things are, telling you exactly what each piece is, because these are things that they actually did figure out and design.
Yeah, and then of course you get a little bit of information about, the history within the show and, some fun little tidbits.
Not every single ship in this book is going to have lots of information about it. So I think that's why there's going to be a lot more ships, because we're going to get a lot more of just that type of style of things. Like, I get the feeling this next page is going to be not even anything else. Okay, so
so that was one of the things that I did notice with Voyager is you got a lot of ships, but you didn't know much about them. And I feel like that's part of why we're getting more ships here, is because you're going to see a ton of stuff that was just never fully fleshed out, but looks really cool.
Yeah, because as I'm looking through it, I'm like, man, I don't know anything about this, but they look really great. They do look really cool. That's not a bad thing. That's really just kind of the fault of Voyager itself for not really, going into too much detail, or really them not really worrying about that kind of stuff back then. Because Hero Collector isn't going to make up any canon for these things either. They're going on what is already existing.
Yeah, I mean, this was a weird ship.
They're very 90s. They're very mid-90s game designs.
That's a good way of looking at it, yeah.
They really feel like they're very colorful, too. I feel like compared to what we looked at from maybe TNG or from DS9, Voyager had much more colorful ships. And much more colorful designs in terms of metaphorical way of using that.
Oh, is this the place where...
Yes, this is the Sunkatse starship. This actually says it right here. Sunkatse Arena ship, yeah.
This is where Jerry Ryan faces off with The Rock.
I bet it's on the next page. They'll show it. Oh, no, but we got Jeffrey Combs.
Good old Jeffrey.
surprisingly, no photo of the Rock. Why would they exclude the Rock from this book? There's so many
Is
press
there a
photos
right?
of him.
Yeah, I was gonna say they should
There's
have
tons
the
of press
right.
photos of him in there, so it's so weird they wouldn't have him in there.
Oh wait, but we do have Jerry Ryan with the Hirogen hunter that she befriends.
Yeah.
So that was you know what, I kind of like this better than with the Rock.
No, I want the Rock.
No, of course we want the Rock. It's just that was a more poignant moment in the show.
Yeah, but I still want the Rock.
Everyone wants the Rock.
Seven smelled what the Rock was cooking.
Yeah, and then she kicked the Rock's ass.
Yeah,
Well,
she did.
then he also kicked her ass, but still.
So this looks like a ship from the Thunderbirds. Like Thunderbird 5, go! It really does.
Ugh.
Oh, this creepy one.
Oh, I hated these guys.
So in the Star Trek Timelines game
Oh.
on your mobile phones, so his name is Automated Personal Unit 3947, but they just squish it down to APU. So when I first looked at it, I was like, is this Apu? But yeah, this is a creepy episode.
Oh my
What
god.
a great episode. What a horrible episode.
This was just, oh, yeah, no, this episode just keeps messing me up with the whole, yes, Balana, you
Voyager
must
had a
with us.
lot of nightmare ships and a lot of nightmares going on, like the Vidians, this creepy ship,
Mm-hmm.
Alice, that episode, remember that one where there's
Where basically she takes over and she becomes the crazy stalker for Tom. Yes, I remember that very well.
and the clown, of course. Yeah, we'll probably see that Alice ship here too. This I don't know what it is, but like look at how low res this is. Like these low res polygons. This has got to be from like the Elite Force game or something. I don't know anything about where this is from.
I'm just trying to do a quick read on it. Isolationist.
Yeah, and luckily it's very small. I think that's all there is about this ship.
Yeah.
Yep, because we just get some more photos or some more renderings, if you will. It's all pretty pixely looking ships, so
Yeah, I don't really remember
this
this.
has got to be from a video game or something.
Yeah,
That's
let
my
us know in the comments if you know where that one's from, because I'm drawing a blank.
Yeah,
Like, trying to remember where it's from, and...
this looks like the Breen ship, but it's not the Breen, is it?
No, he was a tech... Okay, so this is a Harry Kim ship, non-holographic crew.
Well, if it's a Harry Kim episode, I mean, that's probably why I don't remember it.
Hey!
Oh,
Gee! You know, Harry Kim is a lot more awesome than people give him credit for. Okay, this is just pretty.
this looks like a Star Wars ship.
I don't know about that. I just really like the purple background.
That's all you care about is the purple background.
I'm sorry, it looks pretty.
Come for the Star Trek, stay for the Lisa Frank.
That is not Lisa Frank. Oh my god.
Repto Humanoid, that's a name.
Ugh.
This is why Trekkie's get a bad name, folks. Whoever designs names like that.
Oh, this is from one of the species that guarded Planet Hell. I remember Planet Hell. That was oof. Yeah, there's just so much in here.
It really is a lot. Like, if you want a variety of ship designs, like, I'll say this part is really cool just, like, as a reference for designing stuff. Like, this is actually
Yeah.
what's doing it for me. Because I didn't think I was going to like this as much, to be fair, because it's not really my Star Trek series either. But, like, just seeing all the designs, I'm like, man, from just a, like, art book perspective, it's really cool so far.
Okay, species 8472, the bioship. This is really cool. And what's great is you get a little bit more information about, like, this one has information, you know?
Yeah.
And I love that I put the rendering of what they sort of looked like.
Yeah.
They were, again, nightmare fuel.
Yeah, Voyager, man.
Voyager really went in for the mind games.
UPN was like, we need some nightmare fuel.
I think it's also because since they were such a different kind of show, like they were getting back to the exploring part that people were complaining that wasn't really in DS9.
Yeah.
But because they had that storyline through line of, you know, they're trying to get back home, as well as they're in the Delta Quadrant, they were just like, we're gonna go for broke.
TOS did have a lot of, like, scary things, too, if you really think about it. They didn't age well by our standards, but there's a lot of scares in the original series.
Oh
I
yeah,
think,
that too.
Which you didn't have as many. Like, TNG did their scary stuff later on, season 7, but they were just, like, kind of playing around and experimenting.
Yeah, they were more exploring.
Yeah.
Anything. Like, they were by far and away the more exploratory.
I'm just talking from, like, storyline perspective, too. It's like,
Yeah.
by the time they were in season 7, they were like, well, everybody's kind of going to direct a few things. Let's have Dr. Crusher fall in love with a sex candle ghost, and let's have the rest of the ship mutate into monsters.
Yeah, good times, good times. Oh, look at that Neelix face.
Yep. Let's not. Oh, more Neelixes. So many Neelixes.
Oh no, that's not Neelix.
I know, but they're all the same. I mean, look at that. Do you want to look? That's nightmare fuel. We're talking about nightmare fuel, folks. That's nightmare fuel.
Look,
You walk into your bathroom and you see that in your bathtub. What are you gonna do?
No, you know what? That face. Yeah, no, I agree. But at the same time, it's a species. I'm sure they're attracted to each other. You know.
Someone's got to be.
I do like that they're giving more attention to the Talaxian ship, though, and to all of this. I like that because, regardless of how you feel about Neelix, the Talaxians were important to Voyager.
Wow, Talaxian.
Oh, wow, they have a lot more than I expected, yeah.
There's a lot of Talaxian stuff in here. Okay, now we're speaking of Kim, Theresian ship.
Yep. Good old Teresians.
This is the one where Kim was about to become... Okay, that's the end of it. So there's not much here. This is from the episode... where Kim thought he was becoming an alien, or that he was an actual alien species, and so he joined with the Teresians, and
it was
yada, yada.
basically it was all those women who were just gonna eat him alive.
Beat him with sticks and eat him in a stew.
Pretty much.
And speaking of, we did an interview with one of those women on Trek Untold. Make sure you check that out. And we got another one coming up soon.
This just looks like a giant bug.
This looks like that robot from the Oz movie that you love so much.
From Return to Oz, this does not look like TikTok.
This is TikTok.
Actually, it looks a little bit like a thinner TikTok.
There you go. That's Tito. He lost the K's to lose the weight.
Oh, the think tank. Oh,
the think tank, yeah.
Oh, I hated the think tank. They were so obnoxious.
Do they get some pages about themselves too? They do.
Yes. Okay, good. They do, because
you need it. Yeah.
Well, this is Jason Alexander's episode.
I know. It's a good one. It's one of the definitely better ones, I think, of that season.
Yeah, but at the same time, it was just like, ugh.
And it's got Jason Alexander. It's got Sauron's cousin.
Yeah, right? I can't even. I mean, yeah, you're right. It is Sauron's cousin. You have the giant jellyfish.
He's got his eyes on you. Hey. Yeah, but there's Jason Alexander. That's all that matters.
He was such a weird character. Part of me wanted him to come back. The other part of me was just like, no, but I'm good. I don't need to see him again.
I'm surprised he didn't come back, actually. Must have just been a contract thing. But it's too bad he didn't, because it seems like he should have.
He could have been an interesting character if they had decided to develop it more.
Yeah.
Like, there was potential there.
There's a lot of ships in here. I'm surprised we're still going through so many ships.
Well, we just skipped a bunch. Yep, because we're in the V's. The the Generation ship. Oh, this one was interesting. This one was really cool. You know, where was that whole thing where Harry has sex with her and he didn't clear it?
Way to go, Harry.
Yeah, right? But the whole point was, like, they kind of fell for each other, and, you know, Harry didn't clear it because you're not really supposed to have interspecies relations without permission from your captain. And then he starts glowing, and I don't remember.
I don't remember Riker getting permission. Maybe this is why they made that rule.
Probably. Probably. But then there was a whole thing about, you know, they were basically a community floating through space, a generation ship, and then they decided finally to split up.
Congratulations. You got Riker herpes.
Oh, yeah, pretty much. The Vidian ship.
I kind of want to fast forward to this because I'm like, I don't want to see their faces, but...
I know! It's like, I like the content of the Vidian episodes, but I can't stand looking at them.
Oh, there's one.
They freak me out so much.
There's Dr. Denara Pell. Susan Diol, by the way. We interviewed her on Trek Untold.
Okay, I like her. She's one of the few that I can actually stand to look at.
Yeah, well, yeah. She also gets to spend some time with, like, less hideous makeup on.
Yeah, pretty much.
Good episode also. Really good. She appears twice, but the first one that she has is with the doctor, and they fall in love. It's a really great episode.
That was such a sweet episode.
Like, yeah.
And I love the fact that, you know, it's all like, I don't care about what you look like.
And
you know?
Susan's such a good actress also. Like, yeah. Great performance from her. Great episode. Worth revisiting. From season 2, I believe it was from.
Something like that. It was
early on.
Yeah.
When she gives the doctor his name.
Oh, this is a fun one. I love it. Making sure to let us know it's when Neelix loses his lungs.
That, ladies and gentlemen, is how you start a Star Trek episode.
Well, it was such a... Oh my god, when they started, when they were losing their organs.
Neelix wakes up in a bathtub with stitches, filled with ice. He's like, where'd my kidneys go?
No, it's his lungs. His lungs. Did Talaxians have kidneys?
Yeah.
Who knows?
That's a freaky looking ship.
Well, it's the Void ship.
Well, yeah, obviously. Yeah, this is another nightmare episode. I don't remember the name of this one. It's like Phantoms or Phantasms or something. No, that's TNG episode.
But it's with the Malon again.
Yeah, the Malon show up and it's with the... Yeah, this is a good episode too. That was a creepy episode.
Oh, yeah, that's the one where... Yeah, that's the one where
there he is. Yeah, that dude. All the aliens that are like... They're basically the don't blink angels from Doctor Who in Voyager.
And they're all just like, you're in my void, and I mean, you know, these Malons are hurting us. They're trying to kill us.
It was the first time the Malon showed up.
This was one of the scary... You know what? I remember this was one of the scary episodes.
It was meant to be a scary episode because it was like Neelix was telling all the little Borg children a scary story, I think. I think that's what that one was. And
yes.
Yeah.
I like how this is the Vojan. I'm just like...
My name is Vojan.
Yeah, exactly. 2460 Vo! Oh, this is the one where it was just like, we evolved from Earth. We were dinosaurs.
I like those aliens.
God, they were such little bitches.
Yeah. But they're dinos.
But that's just it. They refused to acknowledge that. That's what made it such a trippy thing. And then he had to give up he had to go back on his word. He had to, pretend that it wasn't true. And that just hurt. Makes me wonder how many other people were things like, oh yeah, we evolved from, monkeys. And people like, no. Take that back.
So for any of you real tech nuts out here, there's no LCARs in this book at all, you've noticed. But there are at least, as you mentioned, little things here and there telling you what stuff does. So
yeah, this is really cool. And Dino's right there.
Just waiting for him to hop on his back and just go, harness the power, Dino Riders.
No, that was in Doctor...
By Tycho.
That was in Doctor Who with dinosaurs on a spaceship.
Oh, yeah.
And then, the Doctor...
So basically, you're telling me Star Trek did it all first.
Yes, pretty much.
That doesn't surprise me.
But then Doctor Who took
Fight
it
me,
to...
Whovians.
Ooh. No, Doctor Who took it to another level.
Oh, and here's Wikiban.
Wixiban, not Wikiban.
Wikipedia freighters.
Oy.
One of the W's, man. There's so many ships in here.
How did we... Dang.
Yeah, there's so much.
The Zahl. Who are the
Oh,
Zahl?
a little face. Like a little...
Oh, that is really cute. Actually, though, this looks sort of like one of the Battlestar Galactica...
Cylon ships?
Yeah, the Cylon ship.
Kind of from this photo. I think it doesn't look as much in this one.
No, but definitely from this, with the
Yeah.
face and everything.
There's so many damn ships. I mean,
like the Flea ship.
Flea ship, yeah.
That's where Flea comes in. It's just in his underwear. And
Nice glossaries also.
the glossaries are beautiful.
Yeah, they have so many books, though, for real. Like, yeah.
Oh my gosh, that Klingon ship. That Klingon fleet book looks so interesting.
Yeah, we got a lot more books to look
Yeah.
at, so we'll hopefully get some more of these in the future.
Mm-hmm.
But I think that brings this book to a close as we look at another shameless advertisements for...
These are not shameless. These are wonderful. I mean...
Actually, these are both very good books. So,
yeah,
yes.
exactly.
But yeah, and that brings us to a close of this edition of Star Trek Shipyards from the Delta Quadrant. I guess we should just call this Volume 2, because this is basically L to Z. So if there is anything missing, that's your reason why. We actually don't have the first volume. But I mean, there's so much in here. There's a lot more. The fact that they actually have a second volume says a lot about the amount of ships that show up in Voyager.
Yeah, I mean, Voyager's just like... There's always something going on and always a ship. I feel like there was a ship in practically every episode. Yeah, so that's our look at Star Trek Delta Quadrant, Ledosian to Zahl, Shipyards book, Volume 2. I think we can both say we are pleasantly surprised with how it turned out.
Yeah, I think we need to get that first volume that we're missing here.
Yeah, and there's a lot of information, a lot of ships in here. Just like, wow.
Yeah, definitely worth checking out. And if you want to check it out for yourself, you can visit Hero Collector's website, or you can also check this out on Amazon. We're going to have links to all the different places you can buy in our description, so make sure that you check them out.
Yeah, and with that, I'm Captain Andrea.
I'm Commander Matthew.
And this has been Trek Back Tuesday.
We'll see you next time.